hopes and dreams. Oh my God, it's my song. I'm failing again. All right, AI music. I want to talk about AI music. I'm starting to use it, and I'm finding it amazing. I'm brand new to this, but the things that I've done already have been quite literally mind-blowing, right? Like literally. I've played with Suno a couple of times. Literally, it's a couple of 3 times, and already it's like unbelievable. Now, what I want to do today is use the cover version. I've never tried this, and what I want to do is just walk through this with you on this journey together, so you can see what I'm doing, what I think of it, yeah, and see what your opinion is. And you know, I'd like to hear about that in the comments. So what I want to do on this video right now is put in one of my songs that I wrote, and see what Suno does with it, which is kind of exciting, right? So I wrote this song called Failing, and it was a song that I wrote, like a kind of indie rock grungy thing for a brief. You know, you get these websites that put out briefs. This particular one was like kind of an edgy indie grungy rock about failing. So I wrote the song, I wrote the lyrics, wrote it all, and recorded a version of it. So let's listen to this first together, and then what I'll do is I'll get up Suno and I'll put it to Suno and cover it and see what Suno does with it. So this is the song. So this is me singing. Pretty highly processed. Okay, so it's my song, right? My voice, right? I wrote that, and I put that on a one of these websites for a brief that I submitted to. So that was cool. I wrote the song. So that's the song we're going to use. Here's the files. Here's my song, right? I've got a master of it here, failing master. Right? We'll take that song and we'll put it into Suno and we'll see what it does with it. All right, so let's figure out what to do. I'm new, so bear with me while I figure this out. Home, create, audio, upload. There's the masters of this one, right? So I'll upload the MP3. Let's upload the MP3. Uploader, I certify that I own or exclusively control all rights in any content I will upload using this Suno feature. I understand that I am not allowed to upload content if I do not own it or exclusively control the rights to it, obviously. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's my song. It's uploading it to Suno. It's taken a while to upload, but I gotta tell you, I'm really kind of excited about this. Now, whatever it does, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing, if I'm honest, let's not get away from the fact that I really love audio software and making sounds myself, so that's never going to go away. But I'm just wondering if this is going to be a really interesting way to start coming up with ideas. Here we go. Uploaded. It's in. Let's play it. Right, it's in Suno. In the morning light, I wake up to the dawn of brand new day. Okay, so it's there it is, Failing Master, a rock song with a driving rhythm section. And look, if I look over here, it's got my lyrics in. Verse 1, those are my lyrics. There's the chorus, there's the second verse, double choruses, a bridge. So it's figured out what's going on. It's a rock, melancholic, introspective song, and so Suno's figured this out. So what I want to do now is Somewhere here I've seen this. I can cover this. Remix, open in studio, open in editor, cover, extend, use style and lyrics, crop, replace section, add vocal, add instrumentation. Generate cover art. Wow. Visibility and permissions. Let's just turn those off for a second. So I think what we want to do is cover. So let's cover it. I think that's what I want to do. I don't want to use the style for another song. I want exactly the same song but covered to see what Suno does with it in terms of production. So let's hit cover. All right, here we are. There's the song Soundwave. There's the verses. The lyrics, sorry. There's the lyrics in there. Styles. I don't want to add anything to styles. I want to keep it as it is. Advanced options. What we got in advanced options? Vocal gender. It's obviously male, but I'll tick that anyway. Lyrics mode, manual. Sing the lyrics in the lyrics. Sings the lyrics in the lyrics box. Yeah, we've got them in there already, right? That's the lyrics box. Weirdness. I don't want it that weird. Let's go in. Oh, look, it's called the safe zone, expected results, or chaos mode. What? Let's just turn it down to safe zone. I don't know, like 16%. Style influence, moderate, strong, loose. What is the style? What is the style influence? Let's turn it up to match your style and description. Yeah, let's turn it up. Let's turn it up to, I don't know, 80%, 81%. Audio influence. Turn it up to resemble your original audio or persona. Yeah, let's turn it up. Style influence. I'm not sure about that. There's nothing, I haven't put anything in the style. So let's turn that, let's keep it the same. Because I don't really know what that's doing. And I think that's just going to process on what's in that styles box, and I haven't put anything in there because I'm just covering it. Let's hit create. There we go. Oh look, already there's two versions: failing master cover, failing master cover. All right, so what's happening with these? It's processing. I can hear someone outside starting the car. I think it's my daughter getting in the car going to work. There she goes. What is it now? A couple of minutes? Okay, so it looks like it's done. It was probably like a couple of minutes. It felt like forever because I'm on video, but it wasn't forever. It was literally like a couple of minutes. This one's done. That one's still processing. Let's play it, shall we? My days!
I can't confide. I'm failing.
Oh my God!
Failing again. I'm failing.
Oh, I love it.
Failing again.
I like the snare.
With every step I walk along this road, the highs and lows, the stories yet
I like the vocals.
untold. As the day turns to night, the stars light up the sky.
Tapestry of hopes and dreams. Oh my God, it's my song.
I'm
Failing again.
I'm failing.
feel like a kid in a sweet shop. Oh. God. I love that. Like, I love it. I do feel like a kid in a sweet shop right now. Let's play the other version. So this is the other version. Seems to be a lower level. Lower mastered level.
In the morning light, I wake up to the dawn, a brand new day, a chance to carry on.
It's captured my melody right there.
With every breath, I feel the rhythm
Harmony.
inside, a melody of life in which I can confide. I'm failing.
Oh,
I'm failing.
okay, it's screwed right up there. What the hell was that?
With every step I walk along this road, the highs and lows, the stories yet.
It's screwed right up there, right? It glitched out and freaked out. But and I don't like the mix so much on that one. It's a bit shit. I don't like that one. You know, I wouldn't choose those sounds. It's mastered. It's not as loud. But I like the vocal. Let's listen to the vocal.
Untold. As the day turns to night, the stars light up the sky, a tapestry of hopes and dreams.
Nice.
I'm failing, failing again.
Oh man.
I'm failing, failing again. I'm failing again.
Unbelievable. I don't like the mix, but I like those vocals. Let's listen to the other one just one more time and compare. Yeah, it's a lot louder for a start, right? Not sure on that guitar sound. That's great.
In the morning light, I wake up to the dawn, a brand new day, a chance
That's not dissimilar to me.
carry on. With every breath, I feel the rhythm inside, a melody of life in which
I can't confide. I'm failing.
failing again.
Oh,
I'm failing again.
holy shit. Okay, look, let's go on with this. Because what I think I can do, if you go to this, I like that one a lot, right? So what I could do, I've done this before with another track, not a cover. It's the first time I've covered it, and I'm blown away, and I'm a little bit like shit right now. If I go to download, I can download the MP3 or the WAV audio, but somewhere I get stems, so I can click on all detected stems And look at it, it's putting stems in of that cover version. So I can literally now download the entire stems. Now, I don't think it breaks it out in as much... it doesn't break it out in as much kind of granular detail as you want. I think all the drums are together, and guitars usually together. So you can't get the kick drum isolated or the snare drum. But, oh my God. So I could literally take this out now, put it into my DAW, remix it on those parts, or add some, take them away, remake them. Now, for me, that is an amazing tool. For example, I could record a quick, like that, failing. That didn't take long to make that. I think that took like a couple of hours maybe to put together in my DAW. I just played it on guitar and that's catchy. Bim, bim, bim. Put some drums in, put some guitars in and sang it. It literally didn't take long, like a couple of hours. So I could do that with a tune, an idea, put it in the Suno and immediately get this kind of unbelievably polished, the arrangement's the same, but unbelievably polished mix of how it could be. And that is incredibly cool. If as a composer and a producer, being able to increase my productivity that fast is unbelievable. Now I know producers are already using this. I've watched. I know personally producers that are doing this. In fact, I know a producer who's offering this as a service. You've got some lyrics. You're not a musician. I tell you what, I'll take your lyrics, get a melody together, and I'll put it in the Suno. And there you go. You got a song. I know producers that are doing that, but I also know producers are starting to use this as a tool. To use it in the same way I've just used it, to sketch out an idea, put it in Suno, let Suno do its thing, and then you've got this AI-generated song, which is unbelievably cool to show people and showcase stuff. Hell, people are even putting out complete albums, aren't they, on Spotify? I'm sure you've probably heard all this stuff already. And I'm going to do that as well, to see what happens with that. And I'm doing it mainly from an educational point of view, I think, really. But there's no doubt I will be using this as a tool. So look, here's the stems. As I said, here's the stems. I can solo the lead vocals.
In the morning light, I wake up to the dawn, a brand new day, chance to carry on. With every breath I feel the rhythm inside, a melody of life in which I can confide.
When you listen to them in isolation,
I'm failing again. I'm failing again.
I think, like, I've heard this a lot with some of this AI vocals. It does sound synthetic. I think it's the right word. It has this kind of airy white noise around it. But in the context of a mix,
Walk along this road, the highs and lows, the stories yet.
and interestingly enough, I think what it's done here, because on my original, I've got it sort of band limited. It's a lot of bass taken out top. It's quite mid-rangey, sort of a bit of distortion, tube sounding, kind of gritty for that indie thing, and it's kind of emulated that. Let's listen to the drums in isolation. Yeah, I don't like those hats. It's all right. Bass. quite hollow sounding, and all sorts of weird artifacts. Guitars. There's strings here, apparently. Kind of like sound effects. Not entirely sure what they would add to the song. Synth here. So when you listen to them in isolation, my view on that is they're a bit shit. But in the context of a whole thing, the frequencies are working together, right? And that's often the case with mixing, isn't it? You know, if you mix, you always want to listen to the things in context, and because sometimes you need to chop some frequencies out or add, make space for all the frequencies across the spectrum. And when you do listen to them in isolation and then EQ them on their own, then put them back in the mix, they don't usually work. You need to make space for them. So it's kind of done that, isn't it? Would I use this completely to submit to a music sync company, or would I release it as it is? I'm not sure. And I don't know if that's my ego saying not to do that. And the reason I say that is because when I listen to those individual stems, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. I would change that. I would have that a bit different. But I think there's massive scope here for me to download the stems and possibly use some elements of it in a remix of it that I do, and I make it polished, and then I would probably submit the stems. Because when you submit this music to, there's a couple of schools of thought. When you submit music to a music sync company, they want all the stems, because they might want to remix it themselves. Because essentially what you're doing is you're often giving them the rights to the master. So they want it. They want the stems. You keep the songwriting rights because you composed it, but the master they generally own, so they want it. So if I just gave that to them, they'd say, "Oh, well, you just did that on AI," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I know. It's cool, isn't it? Did you like it?" And I'm not sure where the business is with accepting that right now. But as a tool, like another tool, like a keyboard or a guitar or my voice or some plugins or a synth, as a generation tool to get an idea of a production and some ideas, holy shit, it's like phenomenal. I mean, where do you... I don't want to gush about this. Is this change? Let's get philosophical for a minute. If we look at AI music, actually, if we take a step back and look at the whole thing of AI, it's unquestionably going to change the face of everything, isn't it? I think any task behind a computer, especially repetitive tasks, it's going to be AI, right? Now, that I don't think that's up for debate. I think that's happening, and I think that's going to happen incredibly quickly. Will it make music producers obsolete? No, I don't think so. Will it make songwriters obsolete? No, I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because even though these tools can do that, could make people obsolete, I think everybody still wants to connect with humans and will want to connect with human spirit and human sentiment forever. And that's what I think we're going to crave that more and more. So I don't fear it. I think there's going to be a transition where we all get used to using this, and it becomes part of our work, and it becomes how the world works. And I think if we don't embrace it, if we just ignore it and don't use it, I think before too long we're going to be out of work. I think realistically the only way that we have to use it. All technology, if you look at the history of the world, you can't. Progress cannot be stopped. You can only embrace it, I believe. Does it mean I'm never going to produce again? I'm never going to write again? No, it doesn't. That's the thing I like. I'm not going to stop doing things I like. I don't do these things for money. I do it because I'm passionate about it. It makes me feel good. Being creative, it is what makes me feel good. It just so happens that I'm fortunate enough that other people like that too, and money can be generated, but that's not my primary driver. I mean, what do you think about this? I mean, I'd love to hear your views on it. I don't think there's a right and a wrong. I think there's just a transitional phase at the minute, and I'm absolutely going to embrace this as a tool. It doesn't mean I'm going to start banging out 100 albums a month and put them into Spotify. I don't know. Maybe. Why not? But I'll clearly mark it as me, audio, AI. What do you think of this? I'm not going to use it to, what would be the word? Cheat and pretend it's something else, and I think people will probably see through that. Anyway, that's not what I would do. But will I release albums? Yeah, I will. Will they be songs that I've made, written the lyrics to and the melodies? Yes, they probably will. But I will probably use this as a tool to enhance them and create some kind of sonic palette quickly. Because to be quite honest, like some of these songs I was listening to here, this first one we played, right, that would take a while to get that up and produced to like, whoa, it's radio ready. You can't really do that in half an hour or an hour. It takes time. You got to do a lot of processing, a lot of fiddling around, I just did it in like 3 minutes. Probably what I would do, like I said, I would download these stems, put them in my DAW, replay some parts, maybe replay some of those parts, learn those guitar parts and play those guitar parts with me playing. I might even re-sing some parts based on the intonation that AI used and the tonality and the phrasing, because quite honestly, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. I think that's all I want to say. I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about it? And maybe we can do another video soon about this AI music and Suno, and because there's like hundreds of features in here that I don't know anything about them, and I think it's probably a good idea that I start getting used to it. Let's just play out the video with this cover. Let's listen to my cover. Let's listen to my original again, real quick. All right, and then we'll do a comparison.
In the morning light, I wake up to the dawn, a brand new day, a chance to carry on.
I mean, it sounds indie, like a grungy band,
With every breath I feel the
which is what it was supposed to be.
melody of life in which I can confide. I'm
Right? Okay, like I said, it's supposed to be grungy, vibey. That's the whole point. Minimal, sort of a band that's not been together that long, that have that kind of innocence and, let's listen to what Suno did. I like that riff. like that vocal.
to carry on.
Oh.
With every breath I feel the rhythm inside, a melody of life in which I can confide. I'm
Failing again, I'm failing again. Thanks for watching.